Welcome into the PFF studios. Austin Gayle here with Mike Renner, the host of the 2-for-1 Drafts podcast. Today, we are continuing our draft profile series with one of my favorites in the class, tested out of this world at the Combine, CJ Henderson of Florida. He's right there behind me, but stupid athleticism, great match and mirror ability. You've said it before. He's got the second best man coverage ability behind Jeffrey Okudah in this class. Give me the overview on CJ Henderson.
Yeah, he broke out as a true freshman for Florida, 4 picks that year. And then his next year, starting as a sophomore, he just didn't get challenged. Teams are afraid of this guy. Only 36 targets all season long, allowed 18 catches as a sophomore. Junior took a bit of a step back, had an injury, a little ankle injury that hampered him throughout the year. Wasn't quite the same, but I think you don't put up tape like he did as a true sophomore without being a special player.
I would agree with that. And if you look at his 2019 tape, a lot of the misses are mental misses, stuff that he kind of tried to take risks. Don't doubt this guy's athleticism. It's definitely a positive in his game.
Yeah, I'd say he ran a sub 4.4 at the Combine. He's kind of what I call like an uber athlete in terms of it's not really any guy he's going to be facing across from that's going to have him outmatched athletically. He just like has everything you want from the position. That mirror ability showed up again and again. When he did lose, it wasn't guys, striding away from him. He's there at the catch point. That's when he's losing. So exceptional feet. Not a guy who's going to jump. Great in press, and not like jumpy in press. He's not going to physically try to get that kill shot in. He's just going to wait you out, make you tip your hand, and then he's going to be in your hip pocket the rest of the route.
I would say this too, great character. Was gifted that #1 jersey this past season for Florida. Also doesn't talk trash, got a nice head on his shoulders. Talk to me about the negatives though in CJ Henderson's game.
He is not a physical cornerback. Guys that were bigger, more physical, wanted to play, the physical game with him in terms of at the line of scrimmage or at the catch point, beat him a lot of times, over the course of his career. So that's something to watch for at the next level. They only get more physical. They only get, bigger, stronger, faster. And so that's something he's going to have to show he can do. And then he had some lackadaisical reps on tape in 2019. Gave up 5 plays of over 40 yards on his tape this past year after, only not
going
having
through the
one.
motions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like somewhere it's just like, what was he doing on that play? Like a wheel route against LSU where he's trailing and then he's beaten and kind of just gives up on the route. And that's stuff that you really don't want to see at the college level, but I think it's something that you can almost excuse away with as good of the tape as it was in terms of his man coverage ability.
An uber athlete with great match and mirror ability. Give me an NFL player comparison for CJ Henderson.
I think someone like Bradley Roby, who was originally drafted by the Broncos, had his best years when they was in that no-fly zone playing man coverage. When they won the Super Bowl, it was basically just playing man coverage in that defense, and that's when he was at his best. When he goes to a different scheme, when they changed coaching staffs there in Denver, didn't quite work out, and then obviously goes to Texans, still not quite playing as man-heavy a scheme as he probably should be to succeed. But the press man skills for CJ Henderson are there. If you are a man coverage-heavy team, this should be your guy.
All right, what's the bottom line with CJ Henderson? Where do you think he goes in the draft, and what's his kind of floor projection in the NFL?
Well, man coverage is the most coveted sort of skill set that you can have in the draft. A lot of guys who can play zone. You can fake zone coverage. You can find a lot of cornerbacks that can, do that, and a lot of that's just coaching at the next level. So man coverage you can't fake. So I think he's going to be the second cornerback off the board behind Jeffrey Okudah, and he's closer to him in pure man coverage ability than a lot of people want to admit. But the reps on tape, I am wary of his projection at the next level. He does have sort of crash and burn potential with how limited his skill set is, with how some of those reps on tape that we've seen. But again, you pay for man coverage in the draft, and so he's going to go high.
You want to get rid of me and get back to more great PFF YouTube content? All you have to do is push that button right there and subscribe. Thanks for watching.